Let me ask you something. Do you enjoy doom scrolling for multiple hours at a time on a social media platform full of people with blue check marks for brains who feel as though they have the right opinion and yours is wrong, and it makes you feel as though the world's about to burn down and you hate everything about it, but you keep coming back because it's so addicting to scroll, and yet you're still also not a big fan of Elon Musk? Well, the good news is that Facebook, more realistically Instagram, but let's be honest, it's Facebook, has tried to make an answer for you, and that answer is Threads, and I am never going to use it. So let's talk about it today and why I personally am not going to use Threads. Let's go. So Threads is another attempt for Facebook to carbon copy something that they couldn't buy off of the original creator. And I say that kind of jokingly, but it's actually true, because if you look at the history of Facebook, when Instagram was originally this kind of artsy photo app and a lot of people started moving from Facebook to Instagram, Facebook just bought Instagram. And when Snapchat started doing stories, well, Facebook started doing Reels. And now, with Twitter being what it is, and people trying to abandon ship because they don't like Elon Musk, but also not having an alternative, and then just complaining about it, we have Threads. And, well, there's a lot of reasons why I think this isn't going to go super well for them. But first, I just want to talk about why I am personally not going to use this new app. This might sound kind of weird as somebody who posts YouTube videos on a regular basis, but I generally don't use social media at all. Number one, just because I really don't care to. I have a few things that I use, and that's about it. And also, I value my privacy. And that might, again, sound weird as somebody who posts YouTube videos, but what privacy I have left, I prefer to keep. The only social media platforms I actually use regularly are Instagram, because I like car photos, and I like photos in general, tattoo photos, you name it, and that's kind of the best place to do it. And yes, I know it's a Facebook product, so the Zuck probably knows my height, weight, and blood type, but I just kind of accept that because I love the service it provides. And then the other one I use is Snapchat, and that's just because it's a lot easier to make group chats over there with friends with Android phones or iPhones and not deal with the weirdness of iMessage group chat where you send a video out to an Android user and it's not compatible, and then they send you a video and it's in negative 240p. Snapchat's just easier that way. The only other things I really do on social media are hop onto Twitter once every 6 months to doom scroll for 2 minutes, realize I hate everyone with a blue check mark, post a tweet to complain about it, and then leave, and then Facebook Marketplace, because I prefer to make poor financial decisions from somebody on Facebook Marketplace than to get stabbed by a crackhead on Craigslist. But with all that being said, I will never touch Threads with a 10-foot pole for two reasons: privacy and the implications of Facebook breaking promises, both of which I have personally experienced. And let me tell you why. See, on the App Store for the iPhone, Apple added something that is genuinely a fantastic function, which is that you can see everything about the data that an app requests. You can scroll through and see everything that's tied to you, everything that's not tied to you, all the information that's sent out to third-party advertisers as well as first-party advertisers, all of it. You can see all of it. And when you go into Threads and scroll, look at that. You can scroll for quite a while. Now, Twitter's not much better. Snapchat's also not a whole lot better. And yes, Instagram basically has the same list. So I have kind of already sold my soul to the devil by using Instagram. But it's just something that I am not comfortable with when you're posting things in a Twitter-style format. And you might look at this and say, okay, sure, they got to show that information because it's required to post on the App Store or whatever the case may be. And they're not actually going to use it, they just have to show you that it's something they have access to. But that's not true, because my mom used TikTok, and TikTok has a very similar list of information that is given to the developer. And when she decided to promote her business through TikTok, she got a phone call from their business team to promote her actual business as a business page on TikTok, but she had never given them her phone number. They got her phone number because one of the things in the list of information provided to the app was her contact information, including her phone number. And with that, she immediately closed her TikTok account and took the app off her phone. Of course, that's like closing the barn door after the horse got out, but that is proof that you cannot trust these developers to not use this information in one way or another. So that's reason one why I'm personally not going to use it. But the other reason is because Facebook has made promises of things before and then not kept it. Case in point, this thing. This doesn't say Meta on it. This says Oculus, because I pre-ordered one of these back when they were first announced, and Facebook said that you wouldn't have to have a Facebook account to use one of these devices. You could continue to have an Oculus account. And I bet on that because I wanted to just have an Oculus device and not a Facebook device. Hey, so Editor Garrett hopping in here real quick. I'm aware that Facebook removed the requirement for you to have a Facebook account attached to your Oculus or your Meta Quest anymore. However, if you've had a Meta Quest long enough, you'll know that when you originally bought it, you didn't have to have a Facebook account. Then you went through the process of them requiring it, so you linked your Facebook account, and then they went back on that and said, okay, well, all you need is a Meta account. You don't actually need a Facebook account linked anymore. But at that point, you're already linked through Facebook, so it didn't matter anyway. So my point still kind of stands. If they are willing to say, oh, you're only going to need this, then change the rules and say, no, you actually need this, then go back on that, but then make a different requirement, and at that point, it's too late because you've already moved anyway, I don't trust them at all to stick to one thing. They're going to make one thing the case and then move it back, and who knows what that might apply to with their threads thing. They could say, don't worry, we're not going to use this information to track it, then go back on that, or say, oh yeah, we're going to not have any sort of verification process or charge for this, and then they're going to go and charge for it anyway later down the road because, well, Facebook doesn't care, or Meta doesn't care, or whatever. Point still stands, I don't trust them. Though I don't trust any social media, so there's that. And also, I keep saying Meta and Facebook interchangeably because I don't respect Facebook, and everybody is calling it Facebook. Nobody's going to call it Meta. But anyway, those are my reasons for not using the app myself, is because of my privacy and because I can't trust a single word that Facebook says because, well, Zuckerberg's a huge piece of shit, and I really don't think that he's going to do anything different with this Threads app. And before anybody says that I'm just hating on Threads because I'm an Elon Musk fan and I hope Twitter succeeds and I love Elon Musk, number one, I just said that I hate Twitter, and I opened this entire video by talking about all the downsides of Twitter. Do you enjoy doom scrolling for multiple hours at a time on a social media platform full of people with blue check marks for brains who feel as though they have the right opinion and yours is wrong, and it makes you feel as though the world's about to burn down, and you hate everything about it, but you keep coming back because it's so addicting to scroll, and yet you're still also not a big fan of Elon Musk? So you must be straight from Twitter, pull the check mark out of your ear, and maybe listen a little better. But also, I don't like either of these platforms, period, because I think that both are just going to turn into echo chambers of hatred, and I live by the philosophy of you should treat people the way that you want to be treated, and that's just not the world we live in right now, which is why most of the problems that we have currently exist. So, yeah, I don't like either of them. So don't think I like one over the other, because I'm not using either of them. But with my personal take out of the way, let's just talk about why I don't think it's going to succeed, period. And that's because people don't like changing from one platform to another. Hell, people don't like moving from one thing to another within the same platform. As somebody who has multiple YouTube channels, I can attest that this is 100% true. I have two main YouTube channels on this platform right now, and I intend to open a few more, but when I opened Covers and Commentary, my music style YouTube channel, I posted about it here, and I maybe got 100 people to go over and take a look, despite the fact that this channel has almost 36,000 subscribers, because either people didn't see the post, they didn't really care about what that YouTube channel is going to be covering, or they just don't want to move to another channel. And that's definitely going to be the case for a lot of people when it comes to moving entire platforms, because here on YouTube, if you want to move from one channel to another or just subscribe to another channel, you follow a link, you hit subscribe. And a lot of people didn't want to do that with one of my channels to another. So now imagine going from a platform where you already have an account, you already have a history of posts, you already have a following, you already have a ton of stuff built on one platform. And now on the other platform, you are going to have to make a whole new account for that platform. You're going to have to build a whole new history starting the day that you make that account. And you are also going to be asking everybody who follows you on that other platform to do the exact same. I don't care how much you hate Elon Musk, and I don't care how much you hate Zuckerberg. I don't think anybody is really going to care to do all of that just to see somebody's however many character long rant about the political environment that they currently believe they reside in. And I have seen some people say that they get their news from Twitter, and I can kind of see that, but also you have to consider that whether it be Twitter or Meta, both companies kind of pick what side they want to promote algorithmically, and then that just tends to be what you see unless you deliberately search for something else. So I don't think that is really a good reason to switch from one to the other, because both of them are obviously picking one side or another and promoting it with the algorithm, and so you're just still going to be stuck in an echo chamber. And well, I wouldn't switch from one toxic fan group to another just because you don't like the person that owns it, because really neither of these guys are good, at least in my opinion. And well, again, it's a carbon copy of something else, because Facebook saw an opportunity and they couldn't buy Twitter because Elon Musk probably wouldn't sell it to them even if they offered him way more than what he paid. So here we are. At the end of the day, I feel like Threads is just going to be another failed experiment from Facebook. And I hope Facebook doesn't become the Google of side projects where they just keep making and killing things, but that's a very real possibility, especially with the way things are going now. I'm genuinely curious what you all think. I'm skeptical. Like I said, I'm not going to use it, but I'll definitely be keeping up on the news about it because I want to know how it evolves, what people notice about it, how it's similar or different from Twitter, those kind of things. But let me know your thoughts in the comment down below. This was a bit more of a ranty video, but the more I dug into Facebook and Twitter and all that, I just realized that I'm happy here posting my opinions and reading about yours down below and not sitting in an echo chamber of idiocy. So hopefully you guys feel the same way, but if you do, let me know in the comments. Check out some description links down below. I don't know why I called them description links, but either way, check out the links in the description down below. Leave some comments. If you really like this content, of course, you can like it. That always helps. And if you really like it and you want to make sure you see more of it, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. And that's about it. I'll see you all not on any other social media platform, but right here, every time. Thanks for being here and have a good one.